Welcome to our 5 on 5. Please be joined today by the next Chief of Police for the City of Medford, Scott Clauson. Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you.
So named late last week, the next Medford Police Chief starting in August, correct?
That's correct. August 1st, I'll be sworn in as Randy Sparacino heads out the door into retirement.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That must be, you have 23 years in law enforcement. Is that all with Medford, correct?
Yeah, the entire time was with Medford.
That's pretty incredible. So is something like the crown as chief, has that been something that you've wanted to have, if you will?
You know, it's been a more recent thing, but honestly, when I started back in 1995, I never thought this opportunity would be available to me. So it really kind of comes as a shock. It's an honor and a privilege to be able to run a fine department with great men and women.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible. So you're from Medford. You told me North Medford grad. You went to SOU in your entire career with the city of Medford. You know, what have you seen in the city and in the department that has made you want to stay here and grow your career here?
Well, one of the most positive and really the great culture that we've established is hiring great people, providing them training, and then letting them do their jobs. And that's a culture that's been established with several chiefs prior to me. And it's something that's been very successful for us and has worked well. So that's something that I wish to continue. And because of that, we do great work. And we really we're a family. And it's a great thing to be able to lead a department in that exact scenario.
Is there anything, we're a few months out from August and you've had less than a week to even maybe perhaps think about this. Is there anything you want to implement, change, or prioritize when you take over the top spot in August?
Well, initially, we're going to keep everything running smoothly. It's a well-oiled machine right now. We might make a few adjustments, but it's not to say that there's certainly not some challenges that we'll face in the future. I know one of the things that's really important to folks is livability, the downtown area, the homelessness issue, and those are things that we're going to have to tackle as a community. But certainly the police department is very involved in that process as well. And
will your first act be naming a deputy chief? Is that something you get to do?
I do get to do that. Yes, we will have a process. I'm sure it will be a very competitive process, but as we have some really great candidates. But yeah, that'll be part of my
Cross that bridge this summer, exactly. Okay,
yeah.
Very good. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll have much more in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Medford Police next Chief of Police, Scott Clauson, taking over in August when Randy Sparacino retires. So we were talking about it, 23 years, all with Medford Police, your entire career. What type of work have you done inside the department?
Well, I've been very fortunate to have worked a variety of assignments. I started off in patrol, went to a field training officer position, later on went to a school resource officer position, and then gang and street drugs. Also did a financial investigation stint for a while, and then finally in 2011 got into management. And in 2011 I was promoted to lieutenant in the admin side, and that was a great opportunity. We were very busy for that next 5 years. We hired, at last count, 67 new folks in a 5-year period, so we were really moving.
Yeah, so you got obviously that street experience, but then switching over to admin. And I believe Randy Sparacino also was admin side as well, kind of working up the department. Is that correct?
Yeah, and that proved to be a very valuable experience. The admin side manages the fleet and the budget and contracts, so that proved to be a very beneficial for me. And then in 2016 was promoted to deputy chief.
When he took over as the chief.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
And was assigned to the Operations Bureau, which currently is the Records Division and Patrol. So that particular bureau has the most personnel. And of course with personnel comes personnel issues, but we've navigated through those, and we have a good process in place for when there's complaints, and when people do really good things, we recognize them. So
yeah. And so I want to ask you, a lot of police officers go their entire careers without even raising their weapon or firing it. You've been shot in the line of duty. You were shot in the leg, is that correct?
That's correct. Yeah,
Tell us about that.
Well,
Yeah.
in 1999, myself and actually my whole patrol team responded to a man who was involved in a domestic violence case, and he ended up arming himself in that. And basically, as officers got on scene, he ended up firing at us, and I was hit and taken to the hospital. They put me back together, and I was able to come back to work.
Well, good thing. Did that experience change at all how you approach the scene or how you view policing in any way?
Well, it definitely changed my perspective. You know, that was a time in my life where I really considered whether or not I wanted to do this anymore.
I mean, that's natural. Yeah.
Yeah. So I looked at some other opportunities, and I was just blown away about how much this community cared for me and our department. And then internally, all of our employees were so great. And that's why when I refer to our folks as being a family, we truly are. So it was really that experience and and what happened afterward that really convinced me that I wanted to stay here and continue to work here.
That's wonderful to hear that was the experience. I do want to ask you, we're running out of time, but I think you were in charge, correct me if I'm wrong, kind of with implementing, if that's the right word, body cameras into Medford Police. How do you think that is going to aid the agency as you move forward into more and more advanced technology?
Yeah, you're right. I ended up testing and demoing those and brought what I felt was the best product to the PD. And, you know, I was really concerned that the officers wouldn't like it. Mm-hmm. And turns out now that when they break them, it happens every once in a while, not often, but they break them and they come to me immediately and want another one. Because they like having that the evidence, they like having the protection, and it really, you know, we used to get a lot of complaints. Now we're able to look into it right away, and it really has quashed a lot of complaints. So I think that has changed the way we police, and also the way our transparency in the community.
Yeah, excellent. Good to see you. Thanks again, and congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.